Hello troops, welcome to the Ground Zero podcast. Before we start off this next episode, I'd like to give a few shout outs. First one, Combat Fuel. Combat Fuel helped support the podcast from the very beginning, helping to design and print the limited edition Granite Zero t-shirts, which you can still get. Just DM me if you want one. Limited stock though, so, you know. But if you want 15% off, put in the promo code Warrior15 at checkout and get yourself 15% off. Also, RITE Flank. Now, RITE Flank are a veteran-owned company and they produce some of the best fitness apparel out there. And if you want 15% off, put in the promo code RITEFLANK15, and RITE is spelled R-I-T-E. RITE Flank, and get yourself 15% off. If, like me, you suffer from depression, anxiety, sleep disorders, etc., the list can go on. The health benefits of using CBD are endless. And what I use is INFUSION CBD. Now, INFUSION CBD is the best in the country, hands down, without doubt. Boom. So get amongst them. And last but not least, Dead Mammoth Coffee. Now, Dead Mammoth Coffee is a roast-to-order, veteran-owned company. And their coffee is just so good. So go and check them out. So, coming up on this episode of the Granite Zero podcast, joining me is the owner, founder, and one-para veteran that is and owns and runs the Dead Mammoth Coffee Company. Now, this company has supported me for a long time now, and I'm pleased to be part of their team, and I'm sure they're pleased to be part of mine. So, without further ado, welcome to the Granite Zero podcast, Dead Mammoth Coffee. Check it out.
Basically, I've always been into podcasts anyway. I've always listened to the likes of Joe Rogan and Fighter and the Kid, that sort of thing. And let me just turn the fucking heater down. And when I was stuck in my own fucking head, thinking, what the fuck's going on? I felt fucking worthless. Felt like nothing happening in my fucking life, etc. I was like, what can I do? And I was talking to my brother, and he was like, we've said it a few times, we should start a podcast, that sort of thing. And then one day I was at work, sat in the vehicle, and I thought, I have to air out what is going on.
Yeah.
Like, my missus was saying to me, she was like, there's something not right with you. And I was like, nah, I'm fine, that sort of thing. I was bottling it all up, thinking I'm fine. And then deep down, I knew I wasn't. So I thought, nobody talks about it enough. Like my depression, anxiety, that sort of shit. And I thought, fuck it. I'm going to get all my thoughts out there. And then I started the Granite Zero podcast.
Yeah. Where did you get the name from, Granite Zero?
So the name Granite Zero comes from, it was my call sign in Bastion. I was in the command centre, and I was Granite Zero. So anytime I called anyone on the ground, hello, whatever, call sign, this is Granite Zero.
Yeah.
Also a bit of a play on words. Granite, obviously, being a hard rock, so and zero being at the bottom, so rock bottom, and that's where I started the podcast. And what my intentions were to do was to show that it was okay to talk about stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all well and good being a soldier, being a squaddy, and having that hard exterior. I'm okay, but deep down I'm not. I just wanted to show people that it's okay to not be okay. To quote the saying, and then actually it's fine to fucking sit out and talk about what is going on. You know, it's fine to fucking upset. It's fine to have a fucking cry every now and then. You know?
Yeah.
But, and then here we are in my shedio, and things are going strength to strength.
You had quite a few people on there, though, haven't you? Like the guys from the SAS show.
Yeah. I've had I had the direct, which was a bit of a shock. The funny thing about having Phil on was he was shocked that I asked him to come on the show.
Why?
He was like, "Well, I'm not a big name or anything." I was like, "Well, I don't give a shit if you're a big name. I actually fucking want to know stuff about you and about the show.
Yeah.
I love the show." And he was like, "Well, I'm not a big name or anything." I was like, "I don't care if you're a big name, Phil. I had my mate fucking Chris from down the road on the show." You know, you know what I mean? But yeah, it just seems to be going strength to strength. And to be fair, having the support from the likes of you guys at the Dead Mammoth Coffee Company and a few others, it just helps spread the word that even if you're just having a chat with whoever, it could be about anything. It just helps to put you in a decent fucking mood, in a decent mindset. You know what I mean? Sure. So I've always been meaning to ask you, like, why coffee?
Right. Okay, so basically, you have all your other coffee companies out there, like Black Rifle, Contact Coffee, obviously, and there's a few others. And with regards to my story on my website, it's got a bit of a story of why I started it. I drink coffee all the time. Obviously, as you know yourself, when you go on tour and everything else, there's nothing better than a decent fucking fresh cup of coffee, hence why you always get parcels sent over. And obviously the coffee you get in rations, it's either stale, congealed together, and just crap.
Yeah, mate.
So I was like, well, why shouldn't we have something decent and all that? And I just went looking into the whole side of coffee. Excuse me. Got a chest infection as well.
Oh, that's helpful.
But I went to Bali in Vietnam on holiday a few years before this started, and I got introduced to coffee there. And it kind of just stemmed on and went on from there. And basically, I was getting a bit fed up of seeing certain coffee companies saying how good they were and blah, blah, blah. Yet all they were doing was buying in bulk and relabeling it. Now, anybody can do that, you know.
Yeah.
But I saw a vlog that Black Rifle did saying exactly what I just said there. You know, anyone can do it. We roast our own, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And they had a picture of the guy cutting open a bag of raw coffee beans with an axe, you know, making the video Ali. And I thought, fuck it. That's something I want to do. Read up on more. Just went to coffee conventions. Went to a place where they teach you about coffee, how to roast it, blah, 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 and things like that. And while that was going on in the background, one drunken night with a family member and her husband who does all the technical stuff, we built a website and it just went on. And the next minute, Dead Mammoth Coffee was live. Obviously, I had to think about a name and everything else. And it just grew and went on. And then next minute, it was live.
It's fucking brilliant, though. To be fair, though, as soon as you sent me out the first package for the coffee, I was I was supporting another veteran coffee company, but it was very much one way.
Yeah.
It was me sending all the, like, whether it's a tweet or a fucking Facebook post or an Instagram post, things like that. But whenever I asked them to support the podcast to help us grow, it was like, you have to subscribe. Like, I don't mind subscribing and paying for the coffee. Don't get me wrong, because I didn't have a problem with that. But it was very much all one way, and I was like, fucking hell. And then when you popped up and was like, oh, I'll send you out some stuff, see if you like it. As soon as I tasted it, mate, and this is not just blowing smoke up your guys' ass because you guys help support the podcast as well, but the fucking taste different. It was head and shoulders above the other company, and I'm not going to fucking name and shame them on here, but
No.
But head and shoulders, mate. You could, and the fact that I could go on when I did it, I bought some because I wanted to show my love and support for you guys as well.
Yeah.
I went and the fact that you can go on, you choose the roast that you want, you have it ground down specifically to how you want it for making it. It just makes that much difference. And if you love your coffee like I love, I first got into coffee when I was out in Bastion on my last tour. I never used to drink it.
No.
I very rarely drank tea either. If I was doing a hot drink, it would probably be a hot fucking chocolate or something. And it was a JTAC that was sat next to me in the command desk. He was like, Tommo, you need to fucking try some of this coffee, mate. And I'm like, nah, I don't really like it. He was like, nah, try it. You can fucking do all sorts with it. And he was coming back making me these mochas, lattes, all sorts. Like,
Yeah.
And then when I got back, that was it. And then it was NATO standard fucking coffee with 2 sugars and then fucking milk. Then my brother was like, you might want to try cutting out the sugar, mate. It tastes so much better without it. I was like, oh, I'll try that. And now I'm...
Yeah. I don't add milk or sugar. I drink it black.
Yeah, black to the soul. But it's fucking lovely. Where does the name Dead Mammoth come from then?
Okay, so I like skulls. You know, the art and all that. I've got a tattoo of a skull on here.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was trying to think of a name to go with the coffee, but I didn't want it to be military orientated like everybody else.
Yeah.
So I looked at different types of skulls, you know, wolf, hyena, everything else. And then as I was scrolling, I saw a mammoth skull. And I thought about it, what would work and how I could brand and market it and advertise and all that. I live near Cardiff. And also in Cardiff Museum, they have a woolly mammoth skeleton. So I thought, right, I could use that straight away just for marketing and photos and things like that.
Yeah.
So then I started thinking of names to go with the skulls, you know, like Mammoth Coffee, The Mammoth Coffee, Black Mammoth, Dead Mammoth, blah, blah, blah. And it just went on. And then in the end, like it says, it came out as Dead Mammoth Coffee Company.
It's a fucking alley name, mate, to be fair.
And again, it's not a military name.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I like that. I like that a lot because obviously you get the likes of, we'll use Black Rifle just because they're fucking American and they're pretty fucking good, let's be fair.
Yeah.
The stuff they do. But all the others, it's like, oh, right. You know what I mean? Where you'll probably find that a lot of civvies and that, unless they're connected to the military, they won't know what that fucking is. But with yourselves, having a company where you can branch out to civvies, but then still have that veteran-owned fucking label on it is, I think it's brilliant.
Well, that's the thing, you know, some civvies tend to go for coffees that have military names because they think it sounds mega, you know, Ali or...
Yeah.
But I do want to go down that road of having a military name and being everybody else. Again, having the option to have your coffee as beans or ground to how you want it. As far as I'm aware, no one else does that.
No, I don't think so. Not that side. But yeah, you get a lot of them are very into how their product is perceived via the posts they put on social media rather than the actual taste of the coffee. I think it's more. Oh, look at what we can do with our camera up at fucking Sennybridge, rather than taking the time to pick the fucking beans that are gonna make the taste of the coffee better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Not saying that I'm a fucking uber connoisseur of coffee, but you can certainly taste the difference. Fucking definitely. But the stuff of it, I even got it ready. Like, there he is.
Did you try the coffee bags that I do as well?
Oh, those coffee bags are brilliant, mate, and they're fucking spot on for when I'm at work. I go up to the office. I haven't got time to fucking sit there and fucking put it in, fucking wait for it to brew and fucking push it down. And so having those bags, just fucking bink, hot water, I'm off ski.
Exactly. The only drama I have with them is trying to explain to people who've never seen him what it is, and also it's like a tea bag, but with fresh ground coffee in it, which alleviates the hassle of having to use a cafetiere.
Yeah.
Like you said, you just make it like a cup of tea and bin the bag after. So
spot on. I think that, and they taste fucking superb as well.
Oh yeah, I'm not just saying it for myself, but no, they do. I always drink the Triple V, which is the white bag. That's all I tend to drink now. And they are good for like when you go on holiday, travelling, or on the plane, even on the train. Get some hot water in a travel mug. Done.
Bosh, spot on, spot on. It's just fucking brilliant, mate. I think it's a brilliant idea. If I wasn't fucking so stupid, I would have thought of something like that when I was fucking leaving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me being a podcast, I'm leaving. I'll do what everybody else does, and I'll do a CP course, and then not use it.
Yeah.
That's how it fucking is. So, which regiment were you in then? I've never actually asked you.
I was one para.
Oh, yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
right. I got a good couple of mates who were in one para. He says, as he forgets their names, but was he one para or was he two? Alfie Pope, I think he was two para. He got, I believe he got an MC. He got shot in the head and it's ricocheted off his helmet, knocked him out. He got back up, did a Kazivac with someone, got him back onto the fucking Chinook and got him out of there. But in his first tour, he got hit by an ID and it severed his Achilles tendon.
Oh, right, okay.
But I'm trying to get him on the show, actually. My brother knows it. Oh, but who was the fucking guy? Oh, that's going to wind me up now. He's got a fucking giant Power Reg totem pole tattoo on his back.
Oh, that'd be a few of them.
Yeah, he's from Hereford originally. Fuck, it's gone out of my head. It's gone. Annoyingly, he works with me old man now doing CP down in looking after the Sultan of Brunei.
I found
in London.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. But
sorry about it.
Yeah, but one of my buddies he transferred over, which was quite funny. So he's an absolute Uber hat like myself, part of the RAF Reg.
Oh yeah.
Ever since we were on tour in Iraq and Afghan and that, he's always said, "Oh, I'm transferring over to Power Edge. You guys are fucking hats. I'm not." I used to wind him up. I'm like, "You're never gonna make it, mate."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I will." I went, "You're not. You're falling asleep on Stag now, mate." And you. But to be fair to him, he ended up going over. And there was a picture flying about him where he robo-gen something. I can't remember what it was, but then he obviously had both his eyebrows taken off, fucking Robocop.
Exactly. Yeah. Head shave, Robocop.
But he did something fucking brilliant, and I love it. Because obviously we've got two squadron who like to think they're fucking Power Edge, but they're not.
Yeah.
And he came back to camp just to see some of the lads. He's got his Paris smock on, he's got his fucking Ali maroon beret, what have you, his fucking wings flying and all that.
Yeah.
And he just went into the two squadron stores and he was like, "I need this, this and this." And they were like, oh, here you go. It's like, fucking get your tongue out of my ass. You thought I was a cunt earlier. But yeah, funny lad. Yeah, I love a bit of fucking bants with it all. I was talking about it the other day. I was trying to explain to someone who the RAF Reds were and why he hates us.
It's a 5 mile of death.
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what I was explaining to the guy, and I was like, we would have been fine if it wasn't for that fucking video.
Yeah.
But he actually took our final X. He was still on it. He was still, what we call him flight sergeants, colour sergeant, I believe, or staff sergeant over York. But the thing is, a lot of people don't know this about him. Scouse Taylor, his name is. He actually was working with 2 and 3 Para and SFSG for a little bit through the regiment side of SFSG. Mm. And then, he just went a bit mental. Okay. And obviously that video came out. Oh, fucking hell. I still remember to this day. So we were on our final exercise and we were going to the armoury. and a load of regiment lads were off to do their fucking part of whatever training they were. I don't know if they were 1, 2, or 3, but it doesn't really matter. They've still got their fucking. And he started shouting fucking on guard at us and all sorts. And he was like, "What are you doing? Making us look like even more cunts than we already are." But yeah, that whole video, the 5 Mile of Death, and now all the rumours about people shooting their body armour. That sometimes we don't help ourselves. Put it that way.
Yeah. No.
But like I was saying the other day, I can't remember what I was talking to, but most of us are all right. But you get the occasional one, like in any regiment, where they obviously think they're better than they are.
Yeah.
And it just fucking it just goes wrong, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
Okay. So what have you been up to during the week? You know, where are you working now?
So throughout the week, I've had quite a busy week, to be fair. So I work in, can't really describe it. It's a place that is nothing like I've ever seen on this fucking planet. It's called Kings Hill. It's in Kent, and basically it's private land with a few adopted roads onto it. So we drive around making sure all the businesses are open and unlocked and normal sort of security work. But the people around there are all of money, put it that way.
Yeah.
Most of the houses aren't no less than like 800 grand per house. That they're like the cheapest ones there, put it that way.
Okay.
So that's my normal. But this week I've had some pretty fucking good guests on the show. It started off with
Have you got anyone else coming up?
I have indeed. Next week I've got a personal trainer guy from America called Matt Owen, and he comes out of a gym called Jim Jones. Have you heard of Jim Jones?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, the guys that did 300 and what have you. He's affiliated to them, so we've got him coming on the show to discuss fitness, I'm guessing. But next week I've just got the one. This week I've had fucking all the guests on, including yourself.
Yeah.
And then the week after I've got Kirsty Henley from SAS Who Dares Wins, number 11. The one that couldn't do the fallback.
Yeah.
Funny chick noise. Ah!
Yeah, the one who kind of loves herself, saying she's mega, but then crumbles.
Yeah, I do CrossFit. All right, fucking boring. Get out.
Yeah.
Yes, coming on. But she actually seems all right. When I was chatting to her on Instagram, she was like, "I'm not really that comfortable in talking to people." I'm like, "Well, you're not. It's not like we're going to be sat next to each other having a conversation where it's recorded and it's a formal interview. It's very informal.
Yeah.
By Skype, you can sit wherever you want, wherever you're comfortable, and just have a chat about fucking anything, really. That's the idea of it. And then that's all we've got lined up at the minute. I need to start pinging out some emails to try and get some more guests on. But even if I don't, I've got my brother who we normally do together, but he's at work today. And I've had the likes of Mason Jones, the Cage Warriors fighter. He keeps telling me that he wants to come back on, which is he can come on.
How's the podcast going with like followers and all that on YouTube?
It's slowly on its way up. We don't have quite the following like some of the other veteran podcasts, but at the end of the day, that's not why I really started it. I wasn't starting it to get fucking thousands upon thousands of followers. I'm not going to lie. I'd love to have thousands upon thousands of followers.
No, yeah, anybody would, yeah.
But that's not the sole purpose for it. As long as I've got a handful, even more, listening to it and actually understanding why we've started it, that's the method.
Have you got a decent following on Instagram?
Yeah. I've got, to be fair, I've got a decent enough. We're just coming up to 500 people, which considering I only started it, well, it's coming up to a year. 4th of March will be our year. And it's like I've said quite a few times, considering I started this literally sitting in my shed talking to myself, and I've only had a smidgen of fucking bad feedback, and that was by lads who I called friends while I was serving. And they fucking done me over, basically. But anyway, that's it. We'll bring that up in a second. See, I'll get your take on that in a second. But everything else has been fucking superb. I've had the chicks from the Wild Ones podcast. They enjoy it. I've had it.
I sent them some coffee as well.
Yeah, they love it, don't they?
Yeah.
Alicia's been on the show. She's brilliant to talk to, Alicia. I haven't had Gillian on yet, but apparently they both want to come on at some point. It'll probably be a joint podcast, I guess.
Yeah. Why not?
But yeah, and even the Hate Hour podcast, he sends me fucking texts all the time saying, "How's it going? Oh, it's brilliant. You've got so and so coming on." It's like, oh, cheers.
Yeah, he got in touch. I actually know him. I did.
You would have been in the same.
Well, he was 3-power, and I was 1. But we were on juniors together.
Oh.
And he got in touch a while ago, and then we kind of missed touch. Then he got back in touch recently, and he mentioned about me going on there and doing a similar thing, and him using the coffee as well.
Yeah.
So just waiting out on that.
Top lad, like. Yeah, he's there. He's every now and then I'll get a voice message coming through saying, "How the fuck have you got so and so on the show? I'm fucking jealous." It's like, all right.
Yeah. Well, he's got a few contacts as well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, he has said, to be fair. He said if I need any support with any guests or anything like that, just give him a shout. So at the minute it seems to be going all right. But yeah, back to my we've mentioned it on quite a few shows this week, actually, about the trolling that I had. So
yeah.
I know who they are, but they're obviously going under a pseudonym, so they think that I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
It started off as the very original fucking John Smith was their little name. And it started off when I first came out with having depression, and my therapist told me that it's very likely that I've got a form of PTSD. Whether it was down to what happened when I was a fucking kid and things that I saw, or happened to sit in the command centre and listen to the fact that my mate had his leg blown off, that sort of thing, and not be able to deal with it. A lot of people think, oh, you're in the RAF Reg, you shouldn't have it. And a lot of people in the RAF Reg think you shouldn't have it. But at the end of the day, I can't control what's going on in my head. Well, that was the point. And he came out and was saying that I was a... funnily enough, he was calling me a Walter Mitty, which I thought was funny. I was like, well, I'm clearly not. Then he was saying I was lying about having it. Then I mentioned a couple of times about a close mate of mine that ended up taking his own life because he couldn't deal with his own demons in his head.
Yeah.
I mentioned him on the podcast, and he said, how dare you mention this? How dare you mention Si on the podcast? You have no right. I was like, well, I do. He's my mate as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it started building like that, and then he was coming out with things like that I'm not a true warrior, and when we end up in Valhalla, you're going to get judged by Thor and Odin and all this bollocks. So it was like, yeah, what are you going on about, mate? It's like, it's as though that because I've taken the balls to say I've got a problem and started something that maybe he hasn't thought about doing because he's still serving or whatever, he's just come out with, oh, fuck this guy, I'm going to start trolling him. And it's just it's just a very strange way of going about things. You know what I mean? I think, anyway. But back when that first... It was literally after the first couple of episodes that happened. And it was... my brother said it a few times. He noticed the difference in me. Like, it knocked me back quite a bit. And I was like, oh, should I be doing this? Should I be having the podcast? Should I be doing this sort of thing? And then I sat down and had a chat with my brother, had a chat with my missus. They were like, no, we can tell that it's helping you. You need to start not so much ignoring these people, but using that more as fuel to show people that it is okay to talk, even if you are getting shit. Fucking out these people that are fucking giving you shit for doing something that is trying to better you and showing other veterans and, well, maybe not even so much veterans, fucking regular people with depression and what have you. But it's fucking okay to sit there and say, not okay today, mate, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I just don't see why people have the fucking rights to give you shit for having...
Was he a mate beforehand, was he?
Well, we served on the same in the same regiment on the same squadron, and we did 2 tours of duty together. In fact, on our second tour to Kandahar, he was actually on the same platoon as me. We're on Alpha platoon together.
Yeah.
And I actually supported him with he was quite a good mortarman by all accounts. And they integrated all the mortar teams into different sections and what have you, instead of just having one team. And with everything, because I was a radio nerd. I was pretty good with the fucking old radio. Mm-hmm. So any problems all these fuckers had with radios and fucking all that sort of shit, I'd go and sort it out, no problem. And then we're both United fans, and we would have a bit of banter together about United, you know. On exercise, we're always together, chatting away about how to deal with whatever situation was going on. And then all of a sudden, I get this fucking shit. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Well, since doing the coffee, I've not obviously had any dramas like that with other people, but I've had quite a few blokes always asking for freebies and free coffee. And I'm like, well, that's not a drama, but don't keep asking and asking for more, for more and more. You know, if you're going to be a true friend and etc., you know, just buy some. It's not expensive, and what you're getting is it's what you've ordered. You know, it's to your preference, which is a niche, and it's free postage. I can come and drop it off to you anyway, or you know. And some people still think that's too much. I'm like, fuck me, there's only so much I can do.
But in the same breath with that as well, that's your business. You can't just keep going, oh, here's some free shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. On Instagram, I've got like about 3,000 followers, but only literally 100 of them I probably get custom from, which is insane. If you're happy to follow something, you know, just try it. I worked out what's my coffee for 250 grams, roast to order, $8.99. If every single one of my followers bought one bag, that's like 23 grand.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if I had 23 grand, I could make the business bigger. I could give some to different charities, obviously the PRA, charity pensioners, and a few others, as well as other male causes like testicular cancer and stuff like that. But again, people are only happy to do the odd click, like a picture or like something, and then follow. But actually, I'll give this product a try.
Yeah, I find that as well. I know I've got significantly less followers than yours, but I find that I've got like nearly 500 followers. But I'm like, well, I've only got so many downloads. So you're following me, but you're not listening to what I've got to say.
Yeah.
You're quite happy to like a post that I've got, say my mate Robbo who came on the show. He's got the most likes that I've got from a post saying that he's coming on the show. It's only like over 100 likes or whatever, but still, if I had 100 people listening to that podcast, that would put my things up and then and what have you.
Oh yeah, I know, yeah.
But I 100% agree. It's like when when we first got into comms with each other, and you asked for my address, and I was like, what do you want my address for? And you're like, I'm going to send you some samples, you know it. I was like, oh, fucking hell. Cheers. But as soon as
I'm quite happy to do that, you know.
And as soon as I
generous guy, I send a few samples out for people to try, because also it's expanding everything, but it's also getting feedback.
Yeah.
And if it gets more custom, then great, but for things like people who do podcasts or bushcraft podcasts or anything like that, I'm happy to send a few bags for them to try.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I tasted it, I was like, I'm fucking ordering some. And I've literally coming to the end of my bag now, as I put in my post the other day. Come to the end, so I'll be getting some more fucking ordered. The funny thing is, I'm a big coffee guy, as you can sort of tell. I love your coffee. My missus is all about the tea, and she fucking doesn't like to have coffee. And so every time I'm there making my fucking dead mammoth, she's like, "Oh, you're making coffee again?" I'm like, "Yeah, because it's lush."
She tried it.
Yeah, she has. She does. That's the thing. I think it's more the smell she doesn't like. She doesn't mind the taste. But yeah, it's I'll probably mix in one of your bags when I put in an order, and I'll put a bag in there and go, look, you're having a toffee, tea coffee. But
fair play.
Yeah, to be fair though, I get what you mean. It's like everybody wants something for free nowadays.
Yeah.
And I'm a sticker for it. I hate asking. And when I first started the podcast, obviously every now and then you need a boost, whether it's yourselves tagging me in a post so someone can go, who's tagged in that photo? And then they click on it and it's Planet Zero podcast. Click on that. And, oh, there's a podcast. So those sort of boosts are fucking. That's why I give you guys shout outs every episode. You guys get a shout out at the beginning. And pretty much every post that I put up has got you guys in it because.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
You've supported us since we had that chat, which was like 3 months ago, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
But when I first started out, I know it's cheeky, but any chance you guys could support us, that sort of thing. And the amount of times people are just like, nah, sorry. And it's the same at the minute with our charity football match that we've got organised. Trying to get just a few sponsors in to knock down the cost of this game would fucking help no end. And you'd think because we're doing it through Rock to Recovery, or for Rock to Recovery, which is obviously a veteran fucking cause, you'd pop up to all these veteran-owned companies, and you'd pop up, could you help us out with whether it is a little bit of funding or some fucking t-shirts that we can sell in the auction, and something like that. The amount of no's I've had is unreal, and you're like, really?
Yeah, I had the same thing. Some people went to other coffee companies, I won't mention, and when they asked them, they were like, no, we don't do that, no, we don't do this, no, we don't support that. I'm like, all you got to do is give a t-shirt or a tub of coffee or, a bunch of stickers or whatever. It's not because they're going to bankrupt you, so no.
Yeah, it's like the stickers you sent me. I gave them to the girls. I was like, I'll stick some on because I've got a Pelly case for my iPad. I was like, I showed you. I think I sent you a photo. I was like, put a couple of stickers on there, girl, just so it makes it look good. They went fucking all out on it, didn't they? They just covered the whole thing with stickers. I was like, I was gonna put them in other places, you little. But yeah. Little shits, mate. They did the same because I put an order in of my stickers, and they were shit. By the way, they were tiny little fucking stickers.
Yeah.
But
who do you use for your stickers?
I can't even remember. It was just a little website that I just wanted to see if I could get. Like the size of your ones. Yeah. The Red Coat guys, they got good size stickers. Me being a fucking part mong, I think I put the fucking order in, thinking they were going to come that big, and they came like a fucking pog. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But the girls got them. I was going, here you go, girls, go and stick them places. So every time we go to the park, they're there sticking them on lampposts.
Well, that's what I was doing. When I go to certain places, I put stickers on lampposts next to anywhere else that I know they get seen kind of willy-nilly.
Yeah. Bus stops.
Hey?
Bus stops.
Yeah, bus stops, definitely. Anywhere in London, I've even done it on a few drive-through coffee shops on their signs.
Good man.
So, never mind.
How was your trip to Oz? Was it good?
It was really good, actually. Yeah, mate, it was spot on. The weather was good. Corona. Yeah, the smoke came over the city in one of the times, but it wasn't. It was different, but it wasn't like massively bad. On one of the nights, the smoke came that low, you couldn't see the city from where we were.
Fucking hell, yeah.
And you could still see it in the air, like fog. You know, you could tell you're breathing it in, put it that way. But no, apart from that, it's brilliant. The only thing is, it's just the time it takes to get there.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's like a whole day, isn't it? A whole day's worth.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Mad, isn't it? It's a fucking hell of a flight, isn't it?
Just a tad. But, you know, it was worth it. I'm glad I went, obviously. Obviously, come back to this weather, and obviously Wales, cold, wet.
Wales does its own thing, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's unpredictable.
Yeah. I know that all too well from growing up. My mum's Welsh, so we were always in the valleys. Like my gran was my mum and my gran obviously lived in Bargoed, so it's literally up a fucking mountain.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm not too far from there. I didn't think. Bargoed. Well, I'm near. Well, I'm between Swansea and Bridgend.
Yeah, it's not too far. Yeah, that's what fucking Bargoed it is. Oh, fucking hoodie's falling down on me. It's basically where the TV show Stella is made. It's pretty much there. Basically, all the houses are on or going up a fucking mountain, so it's fucking. I went down the wrong hole. Excuse me. But yeah, so my mum's Welsh, and I'm originally from Hereford, so might as well.
What colour's the boathouse in Hereford?
Don't know, mate.
Red brick building.
Yeah. Oh,
Mega.
That's funny because most of the time, if I say I'm from Hereford, they go, "Ah, right, got ya."
Yeah.
No, I'm just from Hereford. I'm not. It's like we got quite a funny story on my stag do. We went to Riga, and there was another stag party with us, or at the same time, and they were like, "Oh, so what do you guys all do?" My brother was talking to, and they were like, "Oh, some of us are military, and some of us are civilians that are just, you know, do whatever." And then it was, "Oh, all right. Cool. So whereabouts are you guys from?" And it's like, "Oh, some of us are from Hereford, which is where we're from. Some of us are from Hereford. Some of us are sort of fucking from all over." And they were like, "Ah, right, got ya." Like a little wink. And it was like, "Yeah, cool." Then a bit later on that night, everyone's had a few beers. They're like, "Well, if you guys were SAS, you wouldn't be telling us." And we're like, "Well, we didn't tell you we were SAS." And they went, They were like, "Ah, right, got ya." It's like, no, we're not.
Mad. Mate, I'm going to have to cut it short in a minute because I need to go and pick a car up.
Yeah, that's no problem, pal. No problem at all. In fact, it's not bad timing. I've actually got to go a bit later on. We've got my daughter's schools are doing this weird showcase thing where the parents are invited at certain times of the day to go and see what the kids are doing. It's quite nice, but it's nice for me because I'm forever missing out on family shit.
Yeah.
Cool stuff. So any sort of opportunity I get, I gotta get over there. Like.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, mate. But tell you what, you're invited back on this anytime you want to come on, mate. Definitely. I'm sure you got fucking hundreds of stories to fucking get through. Ali bastard with your maroon hat on.
Maroon bag, mate. Maroon bag. Not a hat. All right, dude. We have a good one. At least it's sunny there anyway.
Yeah, it fucking is, mate. I've actually got behind me shed is actually quite a good view of a fucking nice field and that. But yeah, mate, fucking. To be fair, it's still a pretty good fucking episode. 40 odd minutes. Doesn't feel like we've been chatting for 40 minutes.
No, it doesn't. It's gone quick. But you come back and all that, and just keep in comms.
Yeah, we'll get you back on, mate, definitely, and we'll have a longer chat. I'll bring my brother on next time, and he'll get involved. as well.
No worries. Let us know when you post it.
Yeah, I will do, mate. I've got to. It's all fucking up in the air at the minute. My fucking iPad and that's been playing up. So I've got 2 more to upload, which I'll do today, and then this one will be straight after. So it'll be up ASAP. But I'll stick this straight onto the YouTube because I've already got the others onto YouTube.
Okay.
So this will come on, and I'll throw you the link, and you can shove it up, mate.
No worries. Happy days.
Dude. I'll catch you
later. Have a good one.
See you later, mate.
And that was the powerful Dead Mammoth coffee. Brilliant episode. Welcome back anytime. But without further ado, this has been the Granite Zero podcast. I'm Tommo, and I'm out.